If you have been in a calorie deficit for weeks and you haven't lost any weight or body fat, then there are my top 4 reasons why it happened. You are not in a calorie deficit. I'm going to give you 3 seconds so you can digest it. Yeah, that should be enough. If you are in a deficit, then you are going to lose weight. End of story, especially if you are maintaining it for weeks. But now let's talk about why you think that you are in a calorie deficit. You are not tracking your foods and calories correctly. I'm working with a lot of people and I love their honesty. They usually say things like, oh, I overeat by 500 calories max on multiple days per week, and that's why I plateaued and just maintaining. And then we take a look at what's actually happening. They measure it, and that 500 calorie becomes 2,000 to 3,000 on multiple occasions. Number 2, you are tracking your calories correctly, but just for a couple of days. Let's say that you are in a deficit for 3 days, and when the 4th days come, you are doing the same thing what number 1 does, and you are not tracking your calories, and this 2,000 to 3,000 calorie drops by, and then you are negating your whole 3 days worth of work, and worst case scenario, you are putting yourself in an actual surplus. Do you have any idea how many people make this mistake? They go on the weekend and it is super easy to intake or drink 3,000 to 4,000 calories on one day, and then still Sunday, Friday, stay there. That's at least 2 days when you're not tracking and you're just negating your whole week's worth of work. Number 3, and this is more of the sensitive topic, is the binging. I can't tell you how many couples are trying in my life when the partner didn't even know about the binging. It is so easy just to binge on your way to work without your partner knowing about this, or in the afternoon, or at midnight, or when the other one is not around. Now, I'm not going to delve into the psychology, but do you know how easy it is to negate 500 calorie deficit? That's going to be what, 3,500 for the week, just by one binging. Super easy. And I understand this, it has some psychology behind it, but this is not the topic for today. We are only talking about why you think that you are in a calorie deficit for weeks, when in fact you are not. And number 4, you miscalculated your calorie. Maybe you use a formula, or you used an online calculator, or worst case scenario, you listen to an online coach who promised you that you can lose body fat on a 3,000 and 4,000 calorie diet by their special reverse dieting. I'm going to talk about that too in another video. And now we are fucked. Listen, you are an individual with individual needs. If we have 2 people, the same height, the same weight, everything is the same, physical activity, they can still have different caloric need because they are not the same. And that can be said about you as well. It is usually the first 3, but the 4th one happens as well. And recently I've been meeting way more of those than any of these before. Anyway, the question is, how are you going to put yourself in an actual deficit where you can sustain for long enough that you are going to see the desired weight loss? And that is why I have this channel here. So if you have any question, let me know in the comments. Watch these 2 videos next. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. For coaching, hit the link in the description. Talk to you soon.